Today I've managed to do some more experimentations with cutting thick acrylic and see if we can improve the surface finish by changing the pulse per revolution setting. So let's see what I found and see if we can get a completely smooth cut edge on these pieces of acrylic. Today I've been experimenting a bit more with the pulse per revolution setting on the step drivers. So I tested from 400 to 25,600 pulses per revolution to see what difference that makes. And to do this I've also updated the test card. So on this test card I have a 1 degree slope on the left side and a 2 degree slope on the right side, so we can see how that affects the different settings, how that affects the quality. So as you can see in this test, we got very large steps visible in the reflections, and I've made all these tests here so in order, and I'm going to use a light here so you can see what difference that makes. Here I'm showing all the test samples I've done to show you what the different settings does for the edge quality, especially visible when you're cutting thick acrylic and it's reflecting in the light. So here I got a light in the background reflecting the top surfaces of the test card, and here are the different test cards. So first one here is 400 pulses per revolution, 800, 1600, 2000, this is the stock for Omtech machines, 3200, 6400, 8000, 12,800 and 25,600. So you can see it's quite a big difference that this makes, and also you can see with the stock setting here at the 2000 you will get some defects on the edge. But to show you more how these differ, especially these ones that's difficult to record the differences, I will show you another setup. So here is the setup to use a laser pointer to demonstrate this. I've removed the lens from a laser pointer that gives a very wide angle of the laser light. But you can see here how the 400 pulses per revolution looks. You can see the different steps on it. So that will basically show you how many steps there are and if they will be visible or not. So this will be very visible. So let's change it to the next one. This is the 800. You can see it has increased by twice the amount of steps, but each step is smaller. Here's 1600. Steps are even smaller. Here is 2000. This is the stock setup on the 60-watt Omtech machine. You can still see the steps quite easily. So let's change to the next one. 3200. Now the steps are getting quite small but still visible. Go to 6400. You can still see the steps. It's very, very tiny steps now, but they are still visible. 8000. Now it's starting to get a little bit blurred, so you can't see the steps quite easily, but there's still some faint lines visible. 12,800. Now the lines are pretty much blurred, so you can't really see the steps anymore, but you will see some other defects because yeah, you will always have some defects in the cut edge, but you don't see the steps anymore. And when you have a 25,600 setting. And it's the same here, you do not see the steps anymore, but only the other defects on the surfaces. So with this test, I've chosen to use the 12,800 pulses per revolution settings, because these do not produce an edge where you can see the different steps. So let's compare these two tests with 2000, which is the stock setting, and 12,800 here. So let's compare them side by side and see if we can get a reflection in the light. Here you should be able to see this. This is the 2000 pulses per revolution, and here is the 12,800 pulses per revolution. So you can barely make out any steps on this one. With 2000, the stock setting is very visible, but not really here. Here you probably have other defects, such as the drag of a beam, etc. So I'm hoping this will help someone looking to improve their cut quality, especially with these thicker acrylic pieces, where it's very visible, these defects. So now you might be wondering, wow, how do I increase this quality of my edge? How do I change these steps per revolution setting? And what do I change in the vendor setting? So let me show you. So the first thing you need to change in the vendor setting is the step length. I will show you what my setting for 12,800 pulses per revolution is. And it's important that you change this first, and then you write it to the controller. This will make sure that your gantry will not crash into any corner when you start off the machine again. So make sure to do that first. The next thing is to locate, well, first turn off your machine, but then after you have done that, you locate the stepper drivers, as you can see here. And on these stepper drivers you have these dip switches here, and also you get the table for the pulses per revolution in here. So use your phone or anything and take a photo of this table. But here you can see the settings of my dip switches. So I got 5 on, 6, 7 off, and 8 on. And that is the setting for 12,800 pulses per revolution.